So here I have a variety amount of triangles that are vary in 4 different ways. Well, 4 different colors, excuse me. Now, let's go ahead and group these with specific requirements. Let's start off simple. Let's say I wanted to group these with as many groups as I can make with 1 of each color. So it should be groups of 4, and I should have a different color in each group. 1 of each, rather. So I have 1 orange, 1 purple, 1 green, 1 blue. This right here, given the requirements needed, is a complete group. It has 1 of each color. Let's see how many more I can make. 1 orange, 1 green, 1 purple, 1 blue. This right here is a complete group. It has 1 of each color. Okay? Now, I now am left with 2 orange and 1 green. This is not a complete group. But why can't I make a third group? What am I missing? You can see here, I have the green. Let me scoot these over. I have the green to make another group. I have the orange to make another group. But what all am I missing? I don't have the purple, nor do I have the blue. And I also have this other orange as well. If I want to make a 4th group over here, right? I have a 4th orange to start a 4th group, right? But what all am I missing? I'm missing a purple and a blue. The only reason I can't make a complete third group is because I'm missing a purple and a blue triangle. This is limiting me from making a third group. That is what a limiting reactant is. The reason as to why I can only complete 2 groups is because I'm missing a purple and a blue. That is limiting me from making more. Even though I have all these 3 excess triangles, I have 3 extra triangles, I still can't make any more groups simply because I'm missing those 2 colors, right? So we've identified the purple and the blue as our limiting. What would these 3 extra triangles be called? Well, these 3 extra triangles would now be considered our excess amounts, or our excess reactants. These are useless to me. I can't make another group with them. I can't complete a group of 4 at all. These are just excess triangles. In chemistry, we refer to these as excess reactants. For example, if I was following this very specific recipe, remember, chemical reactions are recipes of making, in this case, H2O. In this recipe, it calls for 2 H2s. If there's nothing there, I always know it's a 1 O2, which will yield me 2 H2O. So in order to make water in this chemical reaction, I need 2 hydrogen gas atoms, 1 oxygen gas, and 1 oxygen gas molecule, okay? So let's go ahead and say in our inventory, say I have 6 mole of H2 and 4 mole of O2. This is just a hypothetical. Let's say in my inventory, just like I was referring to these triangles as my inventory, let's say my inventory here is 6 mole of H2 and 4 mole of O2. What is the maximum amount of water I could produce given my inventory? Well, let's see. I know in order to make a batch of water, I need 2 H2s and 1 O2. So I'm going to go ahead and use 2 mole of H2. Remember, these coefficients represent molecules, and we like molecules to moles because we have that conversion factor memorized now, right? So we're going to use 2 mole of H2 and 1 mole of O2, and that gives me 2 mole of water. Now I'm left with, in my inventory, 4 mole of H2 and 3 mole of O2. Can I make another batch of water? Yes, I can, right? Because I just need 2 mole of H2 and 1 mole of O2. And that will yield me another batch of water. Now, can I make more? Well, let's see. I'm left with 2 mole of H2 and 2 mole of O2. Yeah, that's perfect, because I only need 2 mole of H2 and 1 mole of O2. So that is perfect. So let's go ahead and make another batch. Boom. I take away 2 mole of H2 and another mole of O2, and that yields me another batch of H2O. Now I'm left with 0 moles of H2 and 1 mole of O2. Can I make any more H2O? Would that be possible? Right? Because after subtracting this 1 from this 2, I'm left with just 1 mole of O2. And if you look here, 2 minus 2, well, that will give me 0. I am all out of O2. I can't make any, I'm all out of H2. I am no longer able to produce any more H2O, even though I have 1 mole of O2 left. So in this case, what's our limiting reactant? Would it be the H2 or the O2? Well, it would be H2. Just like in our example with the triangles, the reason as to why I couldn't produce any more groups of the one-of-a-kind was because I ran out of green and purple. I had no more green and purple triangles. In this case, I have enough of the orange triangles, like in the example previous. I have enough O2, just like we had enough orange triangles in that scenario previously. But I have no more O2 to produce another batch of H2O. This is how limiting and excess reactants work in chemistry.